What is up, everybody? Res M3 here again, and today we're going to be going over the top 5 mods that I think that you need to do to your F80. So let's go ahead and let's get into this. So the first mod that I'm going to talk about on my top 5 list is going to be actually doing like a chrome delete. So I don't know about you, but in my personal preference and most people that I know nowadays, they usually don't like all the chrome. So that was one of the first things I did. I have videos of that on my channel. As you can see, I have the carbon fiber grille insert here. And then I have the rear badge that I also did, which you'll be seeing right now. The only thing that I need to complete my chrome delete is actually the side fins, which I'm gonna be either vinyl wrapping or ordering. It's just so damn expensive because they know that people are gonna want to do it. So that's my first mod, is actually gonna be a chrome delete. As you can see, the rest of my car is pretty much doesn't have any chrome except for the kidney grille, the side vents, and the rear badge, and that's because my car actually has what BMW calls the shadow line package, which pretty much blacks out all this and all the other parts that would usually be chrome. So I think that's great that they offer that as an option, but I honestly think for the M models that it should come standard. All right, going on to number 2. The second thing I think you should do with your F80 shortly after getting one is actually getting a tune. These cars are pretty underrated from the factory. They say they do about like 420, I believe. But actually, if you put it on a dyno, you're up like higher, mid 400s, usually in the horsepower. So it's way underrated. However, that's not even touching the real potential of what the stock motor can do. So I think that the second thing you should do is honestly just a tune. And I can't really show you that now, but you've seen in my other videos. Boot mode is a great option, about 600 bucks. It took me literally 10 minutes, which I still need to make a video about showing you guys that. But boot mode is pretty awesome. I just have a stage 1 tune, which requires nothing to be done to your car, and you gain, I want to say, about like 50 wheel horsepower. Don't quote me because I haven't taken it to a dyno, but the car really wakes up in all different modes. Sport plus really makes a complete difference. Before, when I was going against my friend V, he has an AMG C63S, and when we would race, it would be a lot closer when it was stock to stock. But now there's no contest. Like, my car walks him, as you've seen in my previous video, but his is stock. So let me just say that again, his is stock. So I think a tune is actually the second thing you should do to your F80 if you're thinking about getting one. The next mod, I think you should get number 3. Again, this is gonna be like 2 different parts. So the next thing is gonna be, I think that you should get yourself, let's hop in here because the third one is in the car, is gonna be paddle shifter extenders if you have the DCT. So just a set of extenders like I have, with just 3M to the stock ones, or the aftermarket paddle shifting actual paddles itself, which you can get on Keys Motorsports. I've heard a lot of good things from them. And if you have a manual car, I actually believe that one of the necessary mods that I think you should do is upgrading your shift knob as well. I know they have different shift knob options for the DCT, but it's really unnecessary since you don't really touch it that much. So I believe that paddle shifters or the shift knob really change the driving experience when you're driving. So that's number 3, and that's what I think that you should upgrade once you get your F80. So the third mod was your paddle shifter extenders / your shift knob. And for a bonus round, I have 2 things that are bonus. So the first one we're gonna name off right now, and then the last one will be actually one of the last things. Get off, you disgusting fly. Get off my car. The first bonus is gonna be your tints, just window tints. So I have 5% all the way around. I have Florida plates, so nobody really messes with me here in Illinois, but 5% all the way around. I really like the way that the dark windows makes the car look. Yes, it's very hard to look outside. I do not have the front windshield tinted because that's extremely illegal, and I do like to drive sometimes at night, and you cannot do that at all almost when your front windshield is tinted. But I do believe tint does make a difference in the appearance of your car, and it also keeps the interior a lot more protected from the sun when you park it outside. Again, my car is always in the garage, but when I do take it out, it does sit in the sun, and the tint helps keep the car cool and helps keep the interior nice and protected from the sun. So that's the first bonus item of what you should do to your M3. Now, we're down to the last two things that I think you should do to your car, and these two, honestly, for me, make the biggest difference, besides like the paddle shifters and like the steering wheel, which I didn't really mention because that's a little bit on the pricier end, and the stock steering wheel is pretty good. However, these last two definitely changed the whole experience of driving the car, the whole driving experience. So let's get right into it, and that's number 4, which are intakes. All right, so the reason why this is number 4 and why it's such an important part of the driving experience to me, not only does this help with performance, as SSR states on their website, it also helps with the driving, like kind of like the driving feel. The experience, if you will, just like I was saying before. And the reason is because these cars are twin turbo inline 6s, very powerful. However, the stock box that they just come with for the air filters is a very effective system. However, you don't get any of those amazing boost noises that you do when you have these intakes or other intakes that do not have the little box or the box cover for them. So that's why I think that these make such a big difference. I did install these on my channel, but I'm gonna go ahead and fire the car up so you can hear what I'm talking about and understand why I think that these are very important to get for your driving experience and also for the performance of your car. Let's check out what it sounds like and why one of the reasons why it's so important that you do upgrade these. So I hope you were able to capture that. If not, I have more video clips on my install video that you can hear it a little bit better, but the exhaust overwhelms it. Sneak peek into the last part. So let's just jump right into it. And the very last mod that I think you need to do to your F80 is an exhaust system for it. So a lot of everybody's biggest gripe and complaint with the F80 is, oh, it sounds like a lawnmower, oh, blah 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 blah, doesn't sound nice, blah 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 blah, whatever. The fact is that when you turn it on and the valves are closed, yes, it does sound like complete ass with the stock tune, with the cold start still enabled. However, once you open it up in sport mode, it doesn't sound too bad, honestly. And the in-between shift noises to me sounds kind of like thunder, and I think it's so badass the way it sounds to keep that boost pressure up. That's why it does sound like that. It's very controversial. Some people don't like it, some people do like it. However, I am one of the people that do like it. I do not think these cars sound bad at all. I think that with the valves closed, they do sound very underwhelming, and when you have the cold start enabled and the car starts with the valves closed, it doesn't sound nice at all. However, with a nice exhaust system and the delete of that cold start, I think the car definitely sounds way better, and that's why I think that that's one of the first mods that you should do to your car. I know that before, on my stock exhaust, before I got the boreless system, I actually had the secondary cats delete, because fun fact, these cars have 4 cats in total, 2 at the downpipes and then 2 in the mid pipe, which is crazy to think that. However, I did an easy exhaust, the catalytic converter, the secondary cat delete. It did help a little bit, but it didn't achieve the sound that I wanted completely. However, with an upgraded exhaust system like the boreless system, it sounds a lot better in my opinion, and that's why I think that that's, excuse me, one of the mods that you should do first on your list. End up this video of the top 5 mods I think you should do to your M3 when you buy it. We have my last bonus mod, and that is carbon fiber. A lot of people, again, controversial thing, most people do like it, but some people like the subtleness of not having the carbon fiber. Me, I love the carbon fiber. So carbon fiber, everything. All right, so I'm talking one of the first things that I recommend carbon fiber wise is going to be your carbon fiber wing slash duckbill slash whatever this is. This is the high kick spoiler, CS style. I have the side skirts as well, and I have the front lip also. and I have the rear diffuser. So again, these things and the kidney grills as well. So carbon fiber, everything, because I like the way carbon fiber looks, and it also has the benefit of not weighing that much. But look at the front end and tell me that that front lip does not help the whole mean ass aesthetic of the F80. And that's why I definitely love having the carbon fiber pieces, accents on there that definitely stand out, as well as the wing. And not to, a shameless plug here, but all these carbon fiber parts you can find on Gates Innovation, which I always have linked down below. He's a good friend of mine and my sponsor. So if you're interested in any of that carbon fiber parts, go on his website and you can get yourself your own for your F30, your E90 I believe, and your M3s, F80, F82, you name it, he can get the parts for you. And just like that, that's the top 5 things that I think you should get for your F80. So to wrap it up, today we talked about the 5 mods that you should get once you get your F80. And those were, I have it on my handy dandy phone because I have horrible memory. The first thing was chrome delete. We went over the chrome and how, in my personal opinion, chrome is not something that I find aesthetically pleasing, so that goes bye-bye as soon as I get any car, because it's just not nice for me. I don't like it. Get rid of it. Just black it out, do the chrome delete. That's number 1. Number 2, we got the tune, which I took forever to get, and as soon as I got it, I did enjoy the car stock, but as soon as I tuned it, world of difference. It was completely different car, really woke it up, and really showed me the true power that the S55 can put out. And this is only stage 1. We got stage 2 coming soon. Then number 3 was the driving experience mod. To me, was the paddle shifters if you got a DCT, or the shift knob if you have a manual 6-speed. Both great choices to enhance your driving experience. I didn't mention the steering wheel, but screw it, the steering wheel is also part of the driving experience. Go get you one of those. It definitely changed everything. Then we had the bonus round, which was the tint. Like we talked about, the tints really do make a difference to protect the interior, keep the car cool on the inside on the warm sunny days, and also for me it just looks nicer than having the fishbowl look. Again, some people like the fishbowl look, and I'm not here to judge them. I respect everybody's opinions, but to me, I like the dark windows, 5% all the way around. Then number 4 was the intakes. All right, intakes to me were probably that, and the exhaust are like my favorite mods, which is number 5 is the exhaust. But the intakes, being able to hear your car, the intake noises, to me really changed up the driving dynamic for me, the experience, because just like I said before, having a boosted car and not getting any of the cool whooshy boy noises, can't have that. You gotta have the turbo noises. So the intakes help the car breathe, increase performance, and ultimately make your car sound freaking awesome. So the intakes. And the last one is the exhaust. Again, we all know how the S55, oh, it sounds like a lawnmower, blah blah blah. I went over that already. But with a good exhaust system, this car just sounds like a complete beast. Again, it's not the S65 from the E92, E90 M3, the V8. It will never sound that amazing because that car just has an exotic tone to it as a V8. Low displacement V8, which is, I believe, exactly what it is. It will never sound like that. However, this is it's nothing to be ashamed of, and it's nothing that can't stand up on its own 2 feet. This car absolutely sounds amazing, and I just have the exhaust right now. Stay tuned for later on when we get the downpipes and we really get to hear what the S55 motor sounds like. And the last bonus round was that carbon fibre everywhere, carbon fiber, everything. All right, and just like that, those are the top 5 mods that I think that you should do to your M3 when you get it. Again, this is Res M3. I hope you enjoy the content. Stick around next week, and remember, you already know what to do. Hey, remember to comment, like, and subscribe for more. Res out.